Alrighty. Did we need more light? We got light. Woo! Welcome. Welcome. Hi. Hi. Oh my god, that feels good to shake. You're probably sitting down watching this, but if you're standing up, you too should just like jump around and jiggle like us. So welcome to What is the Real? Where
reality show.
Melissa
Kara-Leah Grant.
We get real on it. It's just us having conversation for 11 minutes because we've figured out that when we do our 15-minute conversations, we can't load them up onto Facebook. It takes like 2 days. They're missing out though.
That's unusual.
I know, it's good.
I know.
This is all happening. It's coming through, man. So we're going to have a topic each time and we're just going to vibe and chat and do what we do. Hey, real pretty. You're looking fine. I like your outfit. You're still in yoga pants.
I know.
I thought you were in like city, but no.
No, I know.
Oh.
It's multitasking.
Multitasking. Alrighty.
Okay, so we're going to settle down and start talking. And
This is me settled. What are you talking about now?
No, I mean, we have a topic. We have to like get it.
We do have a topic.
And we have only 9 minutes.
9 minutes and
seconds.
45 seconds. Alright, so, Melissa Billington, what is an Amazon?
Somebody who can laugh on command.
Oh,
That's
I like
a skill.
that.
That's totally a skill.
We did that on a retreat we just had. All
Yeah.
of us were laughing. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, whether you're faking it or actually laughing, and then a lot of times it ends up being really laughing because you're laughing at trying to laugh and faking it. But endorphins are released anyway.
Yeah, totally. It doesn't have to be real, right? Laughter. What is the real when it comes to laughter? Can you laugh on command? You're on your way to becoming an Amazon. I love it.
So what does it mean to be an Amazon? Yeah, this is definitely what I've been stewing over, and it feels like an up level of my yoga freedom, particularly the seasons.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of what I've been grappling with in this question is on a relational basis. Hi, little one. This is Cat.
I can see the cat. This is Shadow. My God, I might sing through the whole episode at this rate.
It's a musical.
No, it's a musical.
But so in relationships and in ourselves, like a lot of the work that you do of with folks of feeling where they're stuck or where they're coming from something unconscious or challenging, or we're talking about karma, like coming from a place of karma, you're working with people on finding how to disentangle from that.
Yeah.
Right? And so that's what I've been thinking about now with being an Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Of this, like the ancient Amazons were warriors, so they had spears, they had bow and arrow, they had swords, shields,
Mm-hmm.
they rode horses. There was all of these skills physically that I feel like they translate to modern life in particular ways.
Yeah.
So
Because you
cutting
gotta
through.
concentrate, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're like
You have to be clear on
the
your target.
focus, the clarity, the concentration, the ability to not let monkey mind overrule you, your ability to dance with fear.
Mm.
Like I bet they were shit scared going into battle, right? It would be terrifying because some of you are not coming out alive.
Yeah.
But to be able
And
to
we don't have that in
No.
our modern life,
No.
right? Like there's maybe an underlying fear of death, like an insidious anxiety about being taken down, but it's not the same as what you're talking about of going into battle knowing that you or some of the people around you will come out of it alive.
Yeah.
And why are you doing that?
Well, you're probably defending your tribe or your land, or you have to because the other people are attacking. You don't have a choice, right?
Right. So, yeah, it's interesting because, a lot of times when we're talking in yoga realms around fight, flight, freeze, or facade. So that's often referenced with the tiger. What is it?
The gazelle.
Right, but the
Riding the tiger?
no. There's the
Waking tiger. Sleeping the tiger.
No, the teeth. What kind of a saber-toothed tiger?
Ah.
Generally, that story around, it's always referenced back to the time when we were running away from the saber-toothed tiger,
Right.
is when the fight, flight, got programmed into the primal brain. But so what we're talking about here with the Amazon, being an Amazon, what does that mean? We're not living with saber-toothed tigers, so we still have that fear, fight or flight, sort of that we've been working with through all of these different meditative, yogic, spiritual realms to not be ruled by, to gain some relationship with and start to work with the bigger brain, the whole brain structure, to be able to see and step back and make less reactive choices, right? But now what we're talking about of like going into battle, what does that mean? What kind of fears arise? And what you were talking about of it being cleaner, the difference between karma that's sticky, that perpetuates itself, and the sort of actions in the world that are clean, that are not from that stickiness, even if it means cutting somebody's head off.
Yeah, because sometimes that's needed.
Right.
Sometimes we have to cut people's heads off, right?
And what would that look like in
how would that show up? But in society today, I think what happens is we're so uncomfortable with fear. Fear frightens us. And we're feeling psychological fear because there isn't that immediate physical fear of being chased by a tiger or going into battle. So we're not conversant with how to dance with fear anymore. So then psychological fear starts to build up and come in there. Yeah, I know. It's like,
it would probably look like capoeira, wouldn't it?
Oh, totally.
Where are you, fear?
Where are you, fear? But that's it, right? Like, oh my God, when fear comes through my system now, I still see that it's like this instinctual desire to move away from the fear as fast as possible. And I literally, it's like I'm training myself with every instance to go, no, I choose to step toward the fear. And that's scary. Of course it's scary because I'm moving toward fear. But that feels to me like a core skill of an Amazonian. Someone who can feel that psychological, unconscious fear when it's beginning to arise and stop from acting on any of the patterns and make a conscious choice to move toward the fear.
Right. I mean, Anna Forrest would call it stalking the fear.
Yeah.
Right? And that was a great reclaim of... just checking. Are you still there?
What's going on? It's happening. There's people watching. How much time have we got? We know you're there. We're just so engaged.
Well, I definitely feel like there's something in here around the predator and the prey. And
do you like to be the predator or do you like to be the prey?
Well, sometimes I feel like some means of recovering from having been the prey is to become the predator. And to do that in a cleaner way, like a less karmic way, right? So it's not, I mean, this happens in a sticky karma way of patterns getting passed on of abuse.
Can I just say, you just nailed my sexual journey?
Of going from predator to prey?
No, going from being prey to prey, and as a defense mechanism, because I had some, unsavory experiences with men when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
And so my response was to go, fuck it, I'm going to be the chooser, and I'm going to be the predator, and I'm going to be the one that goes out there, because if I'm making the choices, apparent choices, you can't fuck with me, because I'm already fucking with you.
Yeah. Which reminds me of a real life Amazon named Thalestris. Thalestris. Cool name, right? And I'm trying to remember what it means, how it translates. But she had an army of Amazons, and Alexander the Great was making his way back from India, and she heard that he was coming back, and she reckoned that he was the greatest man in his way as a captain of this huge army taking over these lands, right? And she reckoned that she was the greatest woman of her realm. So when she went to meet Alexander, she left her people, but took 300 of her warriors with her as her bodyguard. And so presumably they're all women.
Right.
And she went up to Alexander the Great, who apparently was shorter in stature, so she was a little bit disappointed because she had imagined he was going to be physically bigger because his reputation was so big.
Maybe that's why his reputation was so big.
Because he had something to prove. She went up to him and said, I want to conceive your child because you're the greatest, I'm the greatest, our child will necessarily then be the greatest of the greatest. And so he agreed, and they spent 13 days together until she was sure that she had conceived. And
oh my God, I love this story.
I know, and this is history, right? Like this is there's archaeological evidence for these things.
Because right
This is
now,
quite exciting.
right now, we're told that we don't talk about that either. Goddamn phones keep.
What's our
popping up
time?
at us.
We have 1 minute and 11 seconds.
Oh my god,
What
it's
is an
time.
Amazon?
But I just want to say, like in this, we're told so much that as women we need to attract the men to us, and that if we're praying, if we're like doing what she did and going, I like the sound of you, you match me, I'm coming over. Hey, what do you reckon? Shall we make something together?
Pretty much. That's
Right?
the rap version.
It wasn't rap.
Yeah, it was. It was like a story, and it had a little bit of rhythm to it, and you just kept putting the words out there without pause, which I have a really hard time doing. So I did this whole like blah blah blah, and then you went.
Well, we only had 1 minute and like 11 seconds to like
Yeah.
define what is an Amazon. This is Melissa Billington
Okay.
talking about what is an Amazon. Oh. Tell us, I want one. Do I have
Well,
to flash? I
if
could
you-
flash my tattoo.
Yeah, go for it.
No, I'm too shy.
What? Come on. Here's my belly.
See?
There's your tattoo.
There's my tattoo.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So an Amazon might have tattoos, she might have funky jewelry. She definitely reckons that life's too short to hide your treasures, so she wears them, carries them. And she asks for what she wants, and she can laugh on command. There's lots of other things. It's really exciting.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying it.
Oh my god, I'm excited.
And it's a journey. Like I'm. It's not like I'm. It's all the things that I've learned and grown from, and then so many of the people I've learned them from as sort of elder Amazons, and then offering what it is we're excited about and what we have learned, and reckon the people who are drawn to it would benefit from.
Yeah.
So it's kind of simple in that way, and then discovering it as we go along.
Epic. Alright, I think we're out of time.
Yeah. We are.
So, this is What is the Real? Melissa Billington, Kara-Leah Grant. We'll be back for more. Bum, 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 bum.